they're not going to tell you the truth. And you know, the point, you know, I make many times is that the human disease is naivety. It's, again, we're back to accepting what someone says just because they say it, for instance, rather than asking for evidence. But we're naive in the sense that if we just looked at history for 5 minutes, we'd realize that what authority does is lie to you. That's what it does. That's its role.
Yeah.
It's not to inform you, it's to misinform you. So therefore, instead of the government says something, so I'll believe it, it's, well, the government's saying this, but of course the government lies. That's what it does. Even if it does tell some truth, it's half-truths. So I'm going to not believe what authority tells me until I've checked it out to my satisfaction that there's any kind of validity to it. But instead you have this naivety. I mean, I've met people who have taken part of the conspiracy, say the vaccines or whatever, and they accept that in that area of vaccines, the government, the authorities have lied to them. Okay. Good. That's a step forward. But then you mention human-caused climate change, and they'll give you the official story. And they'll resist any idea that the official story is not true. And yet it's come from the same source as the one that they've realized with the vaccines has been lying to them.
Yeah.
So it's like naivety beyond belief. Governments lie, authority lies, military lies. They all lie. Big pharma lies.
Yep.
So therefore, take it as a lie until you have, and therefore don't respond to what they're telling you, until you have to your satisfaction confirmed that there's any truth in it. And that's the way round we need to go. Not accept it until it proves to be a lie, when basically the horse has already bolted. It's like having I realize the vaccine is, they were lying to us about a COVID vaccine. Oh yeah, but did you have it? Oh yeah, I had it, right? So no, the other way round. You don't have it until to your satisfaction, you think that you should. I don't think you should, but if you think you should, and let them prove what they're saying is true, rather than just accepting it on face value because some authority said it. You know, you look at COVID. This is an interesting one. What happens? And this was a great thing that the Rockefellers did in terms of the conspiracy. They introduced something called licensing, right? Now, if you are going to pursue a profession of any kind, then you have to be licensed. Like if you're a doctor, you have to be licensed. If you're this, you have to be licensed. If you are like even in alternative therapies, you have to be licensed in many of them, like chiropractors and stuff. Okay, so what does licensing mean, mate? Well, what it means is these are the rules, and you have to keep to the rules, otherwise you lose your license. And those rules include you treat people the way the rules tell you to treat them. And what this means is, in terms of COVID, for instance, is that doctors across the world realized that if they didn't parrot the party line about the fake vaccine and the COVID hoax in general, then they were going to lose their jobs. And some very brave people did, who spoke out anyway, and they were struck off. And so all you have to do is to create the structure of, say, medicine, dictate from the center what medicine means and how you administer it and what you administer, and make sure that your subordinate doctors and nurses realize that if they don't stick to that, then they're out the door. And that means that a tiny few people who dictate the structure and decide the licenses, etc., are dictating to an entire profession. And you've got people during COVID, doctors, television doctors, they're the bloody worst, by the way. If you see a television doctor, you're looking at someone parroting the script. Because if they won't parrot the script, they wouldn't be a television doctor. It's just that simple. And you've got these doctors telling the people that the fake vaccine was safe and effective when it was neither. And they're still television doctors. Mm-hmm. They're still doctors. They're still practicing their profession. Whereas people who had done the research and said, no, the doctors, and said, sorry, this is not true, what we're being told to tell you, they're gone. They're out of the profession. And all these kind of different hierarchies in the different professions work the same. So you conform or you're out. And it all comes down to the same thing in the end. Just because a doctor's telling you something doesn't mean it's true. In fact, it usually means it's not in terms of the bigger picture. And so do your own research. Access your own intuition. Look at it for yourself and decide if it makes sense or not. If what they're telling you to do or what you should do or shouldn't do, does it make any sense? Mm-hmm. Because, the longer I live, I've been around 74 years now, the more I see things that the medical profession, i.e. the script, said definitely this is what you should do, or this is bad for you, or this is what you should avoid. They're increasingly, one after the other, turning out to be the opposite of the truth. Mm-hmm. So it was like, smoking's not bad for you. Well, then suddenly it's banned everywhere because they say it's bad for you. They say don't eat fats and because it's bad for you. And then they tell you you must lower your cholesterol. When cholesterol is fundamental to basically taking sunlight and turning it into vitamin D, an essential element of the body. And they say, oh no, you stay out of the sun, it's skin cancer. No, the skin cancer's from the frickin' things you're rubbing on your bloody skin to protect you from the sun. Mm-hmm. Just don't go out in the sun so often until your body gets used to it.
Exactly.
And so all of these things, and lots of them, like the sun lotion, are to sell you things as a bonus on the back of everything else. But so many things that the system tells you, and the doctors and the system people parrot as if it's true, and they have no idea if it's true. Mm-hmm. People say, "Oh, the COVID vaccine, you should have it. It's safe and effective." How do you know that?
Yeah.
Well, he told me. Okay, who told him? Well, he told him, and so it goes on.
It is that ridiculous.
People must take their power back at that level of saying, authority lies to me, So whatever they tell me, I'm checking it out before I am actually going to react and do what they tell me to do.
It's called thinking for yourself and not worrying about what other people think. And that's, again, as well as people admitting and knowing, actually, I was wrong about X, Y, and Z. It's like, well, do I think for myself? Do I run it by a partner or, whatever?